Man, those psychological stalking thrillers just keep on coming. Greta. So Greta is this new psychological thriller film that stars Chloe Grace Moretz and Isabella Herbert. And this movie tells the story of this woman named Frances, played by Chloe Grace Moretz, who found this mysterious handbag on the train on her way back from work. She found the address and returned it to the owner, played by Isabella Herbert, named Greta. And they made an unlikely friendship until Frances had found secrets about Greta, and she turns into it unexpectedly a psychopath, and she has to figure out how to get out of this relationship. Now, I gotta say, psychological stalking type thriller movies just keeps coming every single time. We get The Boy Next Door, we get The Perfect Guy, we get When the Bell Breaks, we got The Intruder that comes out this year, and now we got Greta. Now, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of those, but I just wasn't a fan of them just keep coming and coming because I know how these movies go. And I went into this movie not expecting nothing. I've only saw the trailers just once, and I'm like, okay, this looks like a fun psychological thriller film. I'm just going to walk out saying, I'll watch it once, it's a fun time, but I wouldn't remember it. But I gotta say, guys, Greta, to me, is a bit worse than that, and honestly, I did not enjoy myself with this movie. And I know there are some people that liked Greta, and that is understandable, but to me, with my perspective, it's just everything that I've seen in every other psychological thriller movie. Now, I know those, movies can't change. They always have to have the same perspective. But it's kind of good if they did change things once in a while. And I gotta say, my positive with Greta is that they did kind of change things around in some moments. And there were some twists and turns that I'm like, okay, I did not see coming. And it made me kind of appreciate this film more. And I gotta say, Isabella Herbert in the film, I thought she did a really great job as Greta. I thought she was creepy, but also her acting performance is great. And you can figure out why the reasonings, why she is like that, why she is stalker. And that is really great for her character in this movie. And there were some impressive, creepy imagery, and there was some creepy scares in the film that I was literally like, okay, I like that they did that. That is quite clever. And also, Chloe Grace Moretz's best friend in the film. I actually liked her in the film also. I was literally like, when I watched the trailer for the first time, I was like, she's going to play one of those best friend type characters that's saying, oh, I'm cliche, blah, blah, blah. No, she actually was pretty good in the film. I mean, you do kind of root the chemistry between Chloe Grace Moretz and her best friend. I thought their friendship was just realistic and fantastic in the film. But that is it, guys, because I gotta say, Greta was boring as shit. Before we get to that, what about Chloe Grace Moretz's character? Now, I thought she's fine. And I wouldn't put that in the positives, because when I say fine, it doesn't mean a great thing, because she plays an okay character, but there were parts in the movie that I feel like, I don't know if I even care for her character, but her acting was good for what she is given, so I'll give it to Chloe Grace Moretz for trying for this role. She did a fine job, but anyway, as I said, this movie was so freaking boring. Honestly, this is definitely one of those boring Fatal Attraction type stalking movies. I don't know what they call it with those genres. Well, psychological thriller, probably that's why they call it like that. But this movie was boring. Honestly, it felt so cliched once in a while. There were moments in this film that I feel like, I see this coming. I really saw it coming. And there were some really cheap jump scares in this film. They even used a score, a lot for just a little scene of this movie. For example, when Chloe Grace Moretz is, working, you see Greta on the window, and the music just goes so high, but it's like, bruh. Did I need to use that music? I get she's a creep or everything, but literally that music, I thought the score in this movie was just it could have been in a different film, honestly. There are parts that didn't match this film, but the score in this movie, it could have been in a different film, honestly, most of the score in this movie. But most of the time, I was literally falling asleep. It's not as terrifying as I wanted it to be, and I didn't have fun with it. The dialogue was boring, the story was boring. The first 20 minutes, I've already started to get bored. And that is because the chemistry between Chloe Grace Moretz and Greta wasn't as, intending and likable as I wanted it to be. It just happened, and there's no reasoning. She's just I'll be friends with you now. I get, she is lonely and stuff, but they don't explain that. That's just my perspective of the film. Maybe you think of it as a different way. There were parts of this movie that I thought they were quite clever, trust me. I appreciate those parts. And I gotta say, Isabella Huppert did a really great job as playing a creepy woman. But this movie just plays out exactly how I expected. And that's why I was very bored with this movie. Definitely this movie is one of those like movies you have to skip it and probably not watch it again. Maybe watch it with your friends and just laugh at it. This is my opinion on the movie, but I'm going to give Greta a meh rating. So guys, that is my review for Greta. Guys, let me know what you think of the movie in the comments below. If you like the movie, hate the movie, I thought it was okay. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest videos, and have a nice day.